I was interested in leading the NWBLT's science innovation work because I passionately believe that science innovation is the key to the future prosperity of our region and in fact of our country. And leadership's critical, and I recognise that we can't lead in everything in science innovation, but it's really important that we recognise the areas of strength, that we focus on them and that we shout about them, both within the UK and also internationally. Well, when it all began, it was not just myself, it was myself and Chris Doherty. And we set up as joint chairs following the announcement of AstraZeneca that they were about to leave Alderley Park. So that was their innovation side, the research and development side of AstraZeneca. So they were keeping manufacturing here, but they were moving research and development. And that was a real sort of kick in the teeth for the northwest of England, and we didn't expect it. And whilst Chris and I both believed that it was the wrong decision, we recognised that we weren't really prepared with the arguments to persuade AstraZeneca to stay. So what we did is we set about putting a thought leadership paper together, working with a task force of researchers to look at all of the good reasons why businesses should invest in the northwest of England in terms of science, technology and innovation. That paper pulled together many case studies and identified what we think are the four main areas where the Northwest can rightly say that it has leadership at the global level. So they were things like advanced materials, health innovation, things like cancer research, energy research with, in particular, nuclear, and also high-performance computing. So we put that thought leadership paper together. That got a lot of recognition. But within it, we also had a number of commitments that we were making, and one of them was to take it further and to create a prospectus that really spoke about all of the good things that we have on offer in the Northwest. So not just science, technology and innovation, but also things like the lifestyle benefits that you get from locating here. So, putting together the thought leadership paper and the prospectus with a lot of help from Accenture, I should say. They did a lot of the legwork on the prospectus. I think they're the two biggest achievements. And the prospectus, by the way, it's just been translated into Mandarin because it's proven to be really popular with Chinese investors. So I think that's been a big success. I think the key opportunities for science in the Northwest are really where the global megatrends coincide with our core competencies. So in areas such as, for example, health innovation, digitalisation with things like Industry 4.0, where we're so strong in manufacturing in the northwest of England, media, communications. There's a really long list like energy, for example, and nuclear, because the decarbonisation agenda is becoming more and more important, and we can play a leading role in that. So I think there are lots of opportunities for the northwest, particularly where we have corporates that operate at the global level, coming together with world-class universities that are research intensive. And I think there we will absolutely succeed. But I think also an area that we have to focus on is how we get a seedbed of SMEs growing and developing in the innovation space. And ironically, with AstraZeneca moving to Cambridge, they've actually left behind some world-class assets. And those assets are now the heart of a biomed science park that's attracting lots of young businesses that are growing together and developing and will be the future of science innovation in Cheshire. And it's not only restricted to Alderley Park. I mean, we can see the whole of the science corridor developing in Cheshire. And I think that's really where we're going to succeed in the medium term. Well, my ambition for this work's very simple. I don't want to have another AstraZeneca situation on our hands. So really want the Northwest to be an attractive place where we're able to attract, retain and develop people with the right skills to develop the right businesses that unlock that future prosperity for our region. If we can deliver that, that will have answered my ambition.